Shut up, Mr. Burton. You are not brought upon this world to get it. Cheers. Welcome back to Reels, Booze, and Bros, a.k.a. RB2. I am your host, Jay. And my co-host, Willie Bryan.
What's up?
And real bro fan, Shane. Shane again. Welcome. Welcome.
Hello.
Shut up, Mr. Shane. So Nick will be able to join us today again. Nick is has a busy summer going on. Nick, we love you. Can't wait till you come back and get everything all squared away. Work is kicking your ass. We know that.
Shout out to Nick for picking up my beer today. He went to Source for me and got me some nice bourbon barrels.
It's nice.
See, that's a real bro right there, bringing some booze along the way. So good stuff. Now, gentlemen, how we doing? I know it's been a while since we had our last podcast, which was, I'll get into that in a second. But since then, how we doing? It's been a long summer for us so far, which is pretty good in my opinion.
Absolutely. Weather's been nice. Hot as hell, as always.
Love it.
This beer is nice and relaxing on a hot day.
We had some good drinking days.
Indeed. We have some very good. So summer's been going well for us. Took a little break from there, trying not to get a little too crazy with everything going on. Again, our last podcast was Independence Day. We kicked ET's ass. You guys remember that?
Damn right we did.
The president's speech.
I didn't hear no fat lady.
What's with you and the fat lady? Oh no. Go fast. Must go fast. So, so that was it. Hopefully you got tuned into that. Let's see, for what do we have? We had, obviously, the president's speech was the best quote in there. Can't really remember going back for Adrian Balboa. Was it the aliens? No. It was, I think we had a couple one, but, the secretary.
Yeah, the secretary.
That little nerdy dude that gets fired at the end.
Yeah. It was Secretary of Defense, right?
Yeah.
Had to be.
Yep. And then we were going to recast The Rock as the scientist. As the
Which one?
Remember the guy comes into Area 51? He's like, "Oh, we're so excited to be here, Mr. President." It's just The Rock. It's just like, as you can tell, we don't get out much. We just do gains.
What was the favorite character? Was it a toss up between the dad and Randy Quaid?
Yes, I think that was it between Randy Quaid and the dad we went with. So that was a toss up on there. So tune into that podcast if you listen to it. That's how we celebrate our 4th of July. And I don't know, nothing else I can say more about that. So we are now doing... no?
It's a cult classic.
I was going to wait for someone to go...
Action comedy.
Yeah, an action comedy.
From the 80s.
From the 80s. And the name of the movie is, for this podcast we are doing, Shane?
Big Trouble in Little China.
Yes.
Oh, man.
One of my favorites.
A Kurt Russell classic. So before we get into it, let's get on to the booze. The first one we got in here, Brian brought this one. Sour Wheels Zombie Tiki Series. Brian, you want to tell us a little about this beer?
This is actually a really refreshing sour, for me at least. It's not like that overwhelming, like, kick you in the, like, stomach or punch in the stomach sort of, like, gut punch where you get, like, oh. It's actually nice. I enjoy this. I could drink this. Like,
good for you. I disagree. My heartburn's fucking.
Your heart hurt already.
Yeah, it hurts already.
You're not even halfway through it.
Now I'm towards the end. We started drinking this a little bit earlier.
Yeah.
With Shane, it was a little held up behind.
Sorry about that.
No, that's quite all right.
No, I like this. It's a nice, refreshing beer. You could sit, outside, just hanging by the pool, or if you're on the beach, just hang out. It's good beer.
Sit next to some Tums? Yeah, fantastic. Shane, what do you think about this?
For me, it's a good change of pace because my fiance, shout out to Katie.
What's up?
Love you. She likes literally like battery acid. This is only 5%. She's like 11%, and it just immediately kicks you in the nuts when you drink it. She loves it. I can't stand it, but this is
probably
nice.
Like the one I have inside the fridge here. It is slushy.
Slushy?
Yeah, it literally, you go look in there. It looks like from a 7-Eleven like label. Looks like a slushy kind of one. You could take that. I don't want that shit.
I will.
I
take
tried
that.
it and it was disgusting.
What brewery is it from?
I don't know. We'll get it out in a second. And then there's another one I saw today that I was thinking about getting. Because my sister-in-law also likes the sour. She's like, I love those beers you guys have. I'm like, I'm pretty sure it's the sour ones because I don't touch them. And it was actually sour heads, like warheads.
Oh, yeah, if we had that.
Yeah, okay.
She said it wasn't sour enough.
All right.
That's the kind of level we're dealing with.
So this one may not be sour. This would be like maybe because I couldn't stand it, so maybe it might be an appetizer for her.
Oh, absolutely.
So,
this one that we're drinking now is good for me.
Yeah, this is nice. It's smooth. It's like
It's like a good beach day beer.
Yep, for sure.
It is not. Anyway, I digress. Let's move on. So, Big Trouble in Little China. Do some background. Also known as John Carpenter's Big Trouble in Little China. I honestly forgot about that. John Carpenter was the director of this and created pretty much everything about it. So it is a 1986 American fantasy martial arts action comedy film directed by John Carpenter and starring Kurt Russell. Love fucking Kurt Russell in this movie. Kim Cattrall, Dennis Dunn, and James Hong. The film tells the story of Jack Burton, who helps his friend Wang Chi rescue Wang's green-eyed fiancée from bandits in San Francisco's Chinatown. Again, I forgot this was in San Francisco. Yeah. Think about it. I'm like, where is which Chinatown are they at?
Yeah, Egg Shen says it. San Francisco, Chinatown.
I am tour bus driver.
Little China.
Yeah. What do you mean China's here? I don't know what you're talking about.
What the hell that means?
Okay, so they go into mysterious underworld beneath Chinatown, where they face an ancient sorcerer named David Lopan, who requires a woman with green eyes to marry him in order to release him from a centuries-old curse. So that's the background of the movie. I'm not going too much into there because there really wasn't much going on. I didn't feel like doing the box office and everything because they thought it was going to be like the test audience loved it. They thought it was going to be so well, but I think it was 20th Century Fox was the one who had it, and they just didn't promote it at all. So it just went downhill. And then it came out during a time of Aliens, and that just dominated the box office. So this was a box office flop, but it became
it's instant cult classic.
Yeah. This is a cult classic. This is it.
It's almost considered a B movie, basically.
Yeah. I mean, we were kids when this came out, and so
this is a classic in a no-Dean household. Our dad, loved this movie, so we would probably watch this once a month.
Yes, yes. I would quoting it when we're in 8 years old.
Yeah, we had the VHS.
Yep,
yeah, me too.
Yep.
Not even the taped off of HBO VHS. Didn't even buy it. Had to put the little
pirating
labels.
the movies over there.
Yeah.
Very nice. So, all right, now on to the. Actually, before we're going to the. Let's get back in the saddle over here. So here come the reviews. So let's see. Rotten Tomatoes, 75% of the tomato meter. Excuse me. Sour beer's killing me. 82% audience score. IMDb gave it a 7.3 out of 10. Metacritic, Meta score 53 out of 100. User score 7.6 out of 10. So those are the reviews. Looks like I'm going with more of the Rotten Tomatoes on this one because the audience score gave it 80%. This is a fantastic movie. I'll let you guys go on it. Brian, what you think?
I actually agree with those scores. For some reason, I thought they were going to lowball this movie, the audience score, and give it a 67 or something like that. But when you're an 82,
yeah, I'm shocked by those.
This is a solid 8 movie. We're watching it right now at the same time, so I'm trying not to look, but it's just so corny now, but it's so fantastic, and the way it's done, it's really good. It doesn't hold up because it's just some of the stuff you can't say or do anymore, but it's just funny, and this is Kurt Russell at his peak. So at the time, and this is 1986, who's really a bigger star than Kurt Russell at the moment?
Yeah, he had
right
this
there.
and then Escape from New York or LA.
Well,
Snake Plissken.
But once again,
great.
him and John Carpenter did all these movies. So Escape from New York, he did The Thing.
I always forgot he was in The Thing.
Yeah,
Fantastic movie, The Thing.
and then I think he did one more, and then I know he does another Escape from L.A., but that's in the 90s from Carpenter. But yeah, he did 5 movies with him or something like that. So
Yeah, Carpenter loves him.
yeah, I can see why.
Yeah.
And the guy's still got fucking unbelievable hair now to this day, and probably the greatest fucking mustache of all time. So
Ego in his weave.
Yeah.
so yeah, Kurt Russell love right there.
I guess. Now there's some other. Let's see, some popular movies from the from 1986. There was Top Gun, Stand by Me. The Golden Child.
I was
also
just gonna
came
say
out.
this got released right before the Golden Child.
Yes, I think it was the same studios that they had it together. It was going
So they
out.
promoted Eddie Murphy.
Yeah.
No big deal.
Short Circuit. Remember that?
Ah, classic.
Heartbreak Ridge.
Gutenberg at his best.
Some other stuff. Yeah.
Took a break from Police Academy.
Yeah. So they had some going. Oh, Howard the Duck. Oh man, I remember that one. The Three Amigos. That's another good
Nice.
one. So yeah, so these were some of the movies that some of the top movies that were going on during 1986. So Ferris Bueller's Day Off, another classic over there. Anyway, so Shane, your thoughts on this? I know you're a freaking huge fan of this movie.
Yeah, I mean, I've been a fan of this since I was a kid. It's ever since I've seen it the first time, I just love it. There's now the graphics now are just corny as hell, like Brian said. But it's such a great movie. Every time it's on, you got to watch it. It just resonates so well from like my childhood and my brother, and I don't know everything about it. My fantasy name's the Pork Chop Express, so that's how much I love. I love this freaking movie. Jack Burton's a classic character.
Is there a better name? Like just
It suits it. Like I can't anything better than Jack Burton. No, you can't beat
Just
it.
like a strong name, Jack Burton.
Yep.
And it fits like the trucker motto, who doesn't give a shit. And the lines he's spewing throughout the movie, I'm like, that's exactly what Jack Burton would say.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's like
Totally buying this character.
yes. Yeah. There can be no other Jack Burton. There can be only one. As I said, this movie, I agree with Brian, growing up in our household, I loved it. Special effects, they have not aged well.
No.
But it doesn't really matter because it makes it even better as I rewatch this and look at the special effects. And I'm just like, this is so stupid, but it's so good.
Yeah.
The floating eyeball, and then
The floating head with the
floating head, whatever it is, and then the when the guy gets really fat at the end when he gets pissed off, and
Thunder when he
blows up,
explodes.
and there's like watermelon everywhere. I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
Where did cabbage and watermelon come from?
And David Lopan's old man fucking makeup. That's
Creepy old man.
Yeah, creepy. Oh, yeah, that thing was like frightening at the time. And
There he is.
riding the lightning coming down, which was actually pretty cool. You're like, holy shit, it's Raiden from Mortal Kombat's in the movie. And you know,
This
I
is
didn't.
pre-rated. Like
Yeah.
Mortal Kombat wasn't out then.
Well, yeah, and then this part, Blanca from Street Fighter's in the movie. When that little monster guy
That's
walking
right.
around.
Yeah. Oh, you're very feisty. That's so stupid. But then I have to say, I forgot the three those I don't know warriors he has. I didn't know their names were. It
elements,
was
I
like
think?
it was
No, they're the three
thunder.
storms.
Yeah, thunder, rain, and lightning.
Yeah.
What was I'm like, okay, very literal.
Yeah, they're literally called the three storms.
Yeah, I was like, what the fuck? I never put two and two together. So I'm like, oh man, those guys are just badass. And that guy's is Raiden powers. And then that was it because just Jack Burton steals the entire
Jack
movie.
Burton. Yeah, he's like a classic. He's Jack Burton is to me is like John Wick to Brian.
That's great. Okay, so let's go on now. Favorite scenes. So anyone wants to jump on there with favorite scenes? What about you, Shane? We'll start with you.
I mean, the first scene, not in the movie, but when he's in the airport, Jack's in the airport, and he's trying to pick up Gracie. And
He goes to hit on
and then he turns around, it's the Asian lady.
She's like, hey, like what?
But that leads into, you meet the Lords of Death. Then that leads into my next favorite scene is the fight between the what's called the Chang Sing and the Wing Kong.
Oh, the alleyway fight?
Yeah, you meet the two, like the good guys and the bad guys.
What fucking chaos that was.
Yeah, you got guns and then just karate and then just Bruce Lee coming out of nowhere. It's fucking crazy.
Yeah, I had that as like the funeral battle.
It's the funeral battle,
It's
but,
like
but then that leads
and then you meet
into
Lopan.
you meet the three storms. They come out of nowhere. You're like, who the fuck are these guys? Like you can't kill them. You shoot them and they don't die.
Yep.
And then
the crazy knife throw.
yeah, the guy's got claws for a weapon.
You're like, we gotta pick shit up.
It's like a grabber.
I need to
But
turn
then
my
they
socks.
just fucking kill everybody, and then all of a sudden Lopan comes out of nowhere. So you literally meet like everybody in that first scene.
Did you ever notice, like, when I was rewatching this movie, did you notice some of the kills, like when the two gangs are fighting each other? Like, there's one specific one that I remember, and the guy has like a 2x4, and he puts it behind the guy's
breaks
head,
the guy, yeah.
and it like knees him, and it just breaks in the back of his head. I'm like, what the fuck is that? But it was like, okay.
There's so many like
works.
random Asian characters in that fight scene. Like the guy, remember Die Hard? And the guy's, he's one of the terrorists, and they're waiting for the police to come in, and he's sitting at the like the candy bar.
Yeah.
And he starts eating a candy bar.
Yes.
That guy's in this movie. I don't even know his name, but he's just a random Asian guy.
Oh, there's a candy eating guy.
But yeah, everything that every scene Jack Burton is in with Kurt Russell, it's all are great. The end fight scene, obviously, when Jack shoots the ceiling and falls on him and gets knocked out.
Drawing his
But then
attention.
you got Wang versus Rain,
Rain.
and then Egg Shen fights Lopan with the magical like sphere thing.
Yeah, I don't know what the.
That was so funny though. Like
stone.
he's just like with his hands. He's like,
Yeah, he's making the.
Never could be me, Egg Shen.
peasant magic.
Obviously, when Jack fights Lopan,
At the end,
he does his like little speech, but he's wearing lipstick at the same time,
Yes.
like trying to act all tough. But
It's all in the reflexes, babe.
thunder explodes. We were talking about that before. That's another good one. Those are there was a scene that was on before. It's hard to catch, but it's between Jack, Wang, and Eddie, their friend from
Yep. Yeah, the guy wearing the suit.
and they're breaking out, and they all got guns, and Jack's like, he's got the pistol. He's like, give me that. He's like, and then, so Jack has a pistol and Wang has the Uzi, and then he's like, hey, you want to trade? So then they trade, and Eddie's sitting there with a shotgun. He's like, yeah, this is badass. And then Wang just steals it from him and gives him the pistol, and he's like all sad. And it's like, you don't notice that scene until if like somebody tells you about it. Like, that's just a funny little scene. That's great. All these little scenes in this are just so good. Egg Shen scenes are great.
Yeah, like we first meet him in the office of the lawyer.
Yeah.
He has lightning in his hands.
What does that serve? Like, I don't even know what purpose the beginning of that serves.
I don't know, but it was great though.
But he introduces black magic to the entire movie. That's literally what this whole movie is about,
That's
like
it.
black magic.
And what else you got there, Shane? Anything they want to add on there, or you want to dive deeper into?
I'll let Brian take the...
All right, Brian, what you got?
I'll add a little bit. Like, I will talk about the first, like the opening scene, like when you first meet Jack Burton, and he's just driving his truck.
He's driving to San
And I'm
Francisco.
like, God, this guy's great because he's just randomly spewing shit out.
Random shit. Who even knows listening?
Yeah, he's on a CB radio. He's talking to the other truck drivers like, it's fucking Burton again over on fucking.
Fuck up, Burton.
Yeah.
Shut up, Mr. Burton.
Shut up, Mr. Burton.
And then he's eating this giant sub, and then you
Yeah,
can see,
between-
like, it's just going further and further down, and he's just spewing stuff, and he's like, yeah, well, that's what old Jack Burton does. Yeah. So I was like, oh, this is such a great way to meet this guy. Like,
But then they go play cards and drink all day, and it's like, okay, I'm just going to drive to the airport now to pick up this shit.
so
Having some light beers. No IPAs going on for them.
yeah, we did the Lopan battle. I like the breaking into Lopan's compound for the first time when they're like pretending to be repairmen.
Jack's carrying a phone.
We're from the phone company, remember?
I think they bought it.
I think it's right over here. Remember that one time? It was
It was squirrels on
Squirrels chewed through the wire.
And then, they're trying to save the girls from in there, and then they get caught themselves, and they're tied up. And he's just like, what the hell? Like, he's all stuck. But it was... so, yeah, I love that whole, like, scene. Then I think we're pretty much just, like, watching it kind of now. Like, when they're traveling down to Lopan's lair. Again, when it's like when they're with their team that they're gonna go fight Lopan's guys, and they're like, he's like talking with Egg Shannon, and he's like, "What do we got now, Egg? What is this, huh?" And you see these random like creatures, like guy just gets eaten out of nowhere from like.
What'll come out no more? Will come out no more.
And then he's like, "What's in the bottle, Shen? Magic potion? Yeah. What do we do? Drink it. Yeah." And then all of a sudden they're just like, he was like, "I don't know about you, but I feel pretty invincible right about now."
The elevator scene.
Yes, yeah. I love that scene. That's one of my favorite scenes in there.
Yeah, that was
it's such
like-
a small, like
That was
like the gun
our,
scene.
That was like
I
our
feel kind of
dad's,
invincible.
that was like our dad's favorite scene, and then we would do the stupid like the
yeah, you hold that.
we'd all do
Yeah,
It's like not a scene, but it's
it's
Yeah.
just the,
you do that to certain people.
the
like,
little
yeah,
the symbol that they give to each other, like to show respect or whatever. Like
Chang sings.
yeah, but yeah, that's pretty much what I had, and then like we had the wedding ceremony / final battle, and then the death of Lopan. But yeah, but when Lopan is in like his like old like this version of himself right now, not the old version, but like the
young version,
the
so
young
to
version.
speak.
He's fantastic. He looks so weird, but he's just like he's always making some like weird face, like
He's always
before he watches-
constipated or
he's
something like that.
Or he just shit his pants.
Well, he is 2,000 years old, so he probably can't hold it anymore.
Is it solid though? He doesn't have any flesh, so it's probably like a ghost poop, you know.
Looking back, like, where is it? I don't see it. I definitely shit myself. I can't find it.
But yeah, those were the scenes that I had.
I got you. Same thing for me. The elevator.
The guy just got eaten.
Nice. Elevator, probably my favorite scene. And then the final battle with the girls is fantastic. Then every time they're at Lopan's place, I guess there are a couple times you guys hit on both of them. And the brothel wasn't too bad.
I was just gonna say, yeah.
As other guys, as you know, Kurt Russell, Jack Burton walks in.
Henry Swanson.
Thank you.
I don't want to say that the line because that's one of my quotes, but it's
He walks in with what he's wearing. You're like, oh my god,
like such a tool.
yeah. He's been in there 10 minutes. And then I'd have to say, the introduction of Kurt Russell's character is probably out of all the movies we've done, probably my favorite. What could be? I'd say the John Wick was really good. Like, this is who John Wick is, but you get introduced to him early on. But he's just like, you know, with the
besides John
dog
Wick,
and some
this
stuff like
one-
that.
This one and Barry Babernath are probably my three best intros of characters.
That's true. That was a great scene.
Who's Barry Barnett? Barry Barnett.
But yeah, you can't beat that. Just him sitting in that truck, just
Just sitting in that truck, eating that hoagie, talking on the CB radio to whoever all the truck drivers are out there.
We should put him on our team.
Yeah.
imagine the other truck drivers. Be like, what the fuck is this guy
Yes.
saying?
Spewing
Change
it.
the channel.
Yeah, whatever's coming to his mind, it's like, oh, it's great. And then again, with the battle, we introduce all the other villains right then and there.
Yeah, you meet
Like,
everybody.
Everyone right there. That's a great, like, fast paced, like, fuck it, here's all the bad guys, and let's just roll with it. You're like, okay, no one's being introduced, like, one by one. Like, you're not like, here's a mini Russian boss here, or a mini lightning boss here. Just like, here's everyone coming at the same time doing some crazy shit, and oh shit, we just ran over Lopan. I think the only one that they didn't show till later on was the Baraka guy, or whatever, the monster guy.
Blanca?
Yeah, Blanca. I'm sorry. I got Mortal Kombat on the top of my mind with Raiden. So he wasn't introduced till later on and then shows up at the end some other time. So
You don't really see the Lords of Death after that, though. Like those...
the guys in
The
red.
Street Gang?
Yeah, because I guess they weren't affiliated with Lopan's crew. I guess they didn't need there. Yeah, that was it, I think. So that's what I got for my scenes. It's pretty much all the same thing we got us guys going on. And so now we're going to move on to favorite quotes. Shane, you want to start with your favorite quote? Oh, wait, here we go. Here comes that. We're watching
the
the
magic
background.
potion.
The magic potion.
Even his looks. Like, he doesn't like
Yeah.
talking, and he's just fucking hilarious.
Yeah, Kurt Russell with his facial expressions going on. You're just trying to see. You're like, God damn, Jack Burton. He is Jack Burton.
Yeah. So, we were just talking about the brothel, and he walks in. He's like... Henry Swanson's my name, and excitement's my game.
Boy, is it raining cats.
Yeah. And then the lady's like, cash or charge? He's like, oh, well, cash, I guess. It's not deductible, is it?
Lose your ties, sir.
I know what you mean. My wife gave it to me for Christmas. That whole scene with the scene and then his lines in that, they make him like such a fucking tool, but he plays it so well.
So good at it.
And then obviously it's all in the reflexes.
Yeah,
But that goes back. He says it so many times in the movie, but like he says the whole thing, like while he's in the truck getting introduced. I don't know if you remember. It's like I told my last wife. I says, honey, I never drive faster than I can see. Besides that, it's all in the reflexes. And then he just uses it's all in the reflexes throughout the
Same
movie.
thing when Wang is
When
trying
Wang
to
hit the bottle, and then he kills
It's
little
all
Pan.
the reflexes.
It's fucking great.
Who knew? It would be all set up throughout the whole movie.
Yeah. And the scene we were talking about when old Lopan, he's obviously talking to him. What does he say? Oh, and he's like, then Ching Dai will be happy and my curse will be lifted. Jack's like, and go off to rule the universe from beyond the grave. Indeed. And then Jack's like, or check into his psycho ward, whichever comes first, huh?
Yeah. Oh man. Look.
Like I could just spew out Jack Burton quotes. Like he's just one-liners, all movie long. Like they're not meant to be funny, but they're just classic lines.
I think it's just the way he delivered them.
Yeah, his
too.
delivery on everything. Like he doesn't care, but he's like cares a little bit.
So for me, I just wrote for favorite quotes, Jack Burton. That's it. Because like literally, when I'm looking up the on the IMDb and all that stuff, and I'm like the quotes, and I'm like it's all just Jack Burton. Because like, I mean, the other characters, they don't really have like say anything in there that's like memorable at all. Like like.
Except for like Lopan and Egg Shen has like a one-liner every now and again.
Egg Shen has some pretty good stuff like that. I have to agree with you. It's probably Kurt Russell's Jack Burton has all, as Shane just said, they're not meant to be funny, but they are. The delivery and everything's done. Mm-hmm. But Lopan, like after rewatching this, I'm like, God damn it, Lopan's so fucking funny. I love his lines. Like, what does it mean? 2 girls with green eyes? After all these years? Then Gracie's like, you bastards, unchain me. You're not going to get away with this. Where's Lopan?
This one fire in our eyes.
That's fire as well. Like, fucking Lopan. Like, it's hysterical. He said the little thing, whatever he does. And
he's scratching her chin.
Yeah.
Like he's a dog.
Like, you can't compete. So I'm wondering, so what do you guys think? Who could be better at this? Because, again, Kurt Russell, his is just there, but Lopan makes his delivery just whatever. I don't know what it is, guys. The character he created is great. Oh, yeah, the escalator down, the fucking, the skull.
They just showed the Die Hard guy.
Oh, that was him?
Yeah.
That's him. That's it. So, I guess because it's like a toss-up between the two. Oh, there's the monster. Fucking peeks in to make sure everything's going well over there.
This is another great line, too. He's like, hollow, fuck it.
Good night.
Those Asian guys love him.
Yes.
He's such a goofball to them.
Yeah, they're probably thinking, like, what the fuck is up with this guy? This American bastard. Oh, here we come, the concoction that's going on.
Speaking of concoctions, I'm kind of...
Yeah, maybe time for another beer. Good knife, mister. Good knife. Goodbye, Mr. Burton.
You want to do a sour or you want to do one of these?
I'll do one of those.
So we're discussing which beer we're going to get next. We finished the sour. I am not a fan of that one. We're moving on to what Shane has brought. And he's presenting out of the bag. This is where we need an actual
This
podcast.
is one that the smoothie one I was talking about.
Ooh,
That's from
smoothie.
Imprint. Mm-hmm. It's a Mandarin Colada.
Mandarin Colada.
This is an IPA, a double IPA actually.
Whoa.
But I think you'll enjoy the name.
Talking more my speed and see about your car's extended warranty. I'm just calling about your car's extended warranty.
So,
Can we
your
get that
choice.
in a Lopan voice?
Dealer's choice.
Yeah, we're going with the car warranty. I need some beer. We'll do maybe the colada after. I can't do another sour. My chest hurts.
My chest.
Yes, Mr. Burton.
My chest pubes down to my ball throw.
Mr. Burton, I am calling about your car extended warranty. That doesn't sound at all like
Now
Lopan.
is the last time to renew.
Yeah. Okay, so back on topic. We got the beers going on. We got all cracking. Let me go. Let's see. So I guess between Jack Burton and Lopan, David Lopan, so to say, that who delivers their lines better? Is it like a tie? Is it a toss up? Like
I don't know. I gotta say, maybe it's just because Jack has more lines. They're just every one of them's delivered so well. I mean, Lopan's just on there, but Jack Burton steals this movie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's.
yeah, I'd have to
hands
agree.
down.
Jack Burton character.
It's close, like you said, but
it's very close to of what's going on. But again, like you never expect Lopan. I don't think he's meant to be funny, but we see it
his
as
delivery
funny.
as well. Like it's not meant to be funny.
Yeah. But like you could see as Kurt Russell's guys being a little more funnier, like this is like the kind of like the American badass on there in Chinatown, and then there's just Lopan with his, I don't know, just the way how he speaks, because he's maybe 2,000 years old of what's going on. He's not up with the 80s.
He's like statuesque. Just everything is just like
and
right on the point.
I love his outfit, what he's wearing with the
needle through the head.
Yeah, needle through the fucking hat.
It's like that
that's
old
going.
school like arrow you put on your head.
Yeah. wait till he's most vulnerable, then we strike. Okay, so that's what we got for that. It's our favorite quote. So we'll take a quick break. I know we should have done it while we're getting a beer, but you know what? I want you guys to hear us.
You know what? Fuck it.
Pick our new beer, and then we will continue the rest of this podcast going on. Stay tuned. There have been others, to be sure. There are always, are there not? You seem to know. You seem to be the one who knows the difficulties between men and women. How seldom it works out.
So you got your low pan back.
My low pan came back after that. As I fucked up and didn't impress the unmute for all of us. So again, RB2, Reels, Booze, and Bros. We are back. I have my low pan back. They have returned, and this time they are not alone. Egg Shen is with them. Little bastard sorcerer has brought them through the bog of the dead trees. Egg Shen, you have come a long way to find me, but it is too late. There are 2 girls with green eyes, and I will marry both of them, and then I will sacrifice Gracie Law to appease my emperor and live out my earthly pleasures with Mao Yin. That's right, Egg Shen, the best of 2 worlds. I kind of fucked it up at the end. Anyway, so fuck, where are we at? Okay, so I'm supposed to be the host here.
Jay was trying to find his low pan voice.
Yeah, it
the
comes
battery
and goes.
acid that Brian gave us was really fucked him up.
Yeah, it comes and goes. So yeah, again, my chest hurts a lot. It's gonna be a Tums night. I don't think I have any fucking Tums. Yes. Excuse me. So let's finish up with the movie awards and the rest of the podcast and the best favorite scenes and all the awards we're going on here. But I want to reiterate again, where it was quiet for a minute, where we were recording and it wasn't there, was that as we finished watching the rest of this movie in the background, the little scenes that pop up are fantastic. Like when the final battle scene, Kurt Russell is fighting this is Jack Burton, so he's fighting this what is it, that like heavy
the guy with the lion mask, like they were all dressed up for the wedding. And
yeah, and then he has a knife in his boot, and he kind of like basically falls on top of him and stabs him through his armor, kills the guy, and there's like now like 1,000 pounds on top of him.
It's like a dead body literally on top of him, and he's stuck there.
Yeah, and he's just like for like 5 minutes.
Shit!
His legs are just up on him.
Yeah, up on there, yeah. And then the fight between the 2 guys in the air with the swords.
It's just so ridiculous.
Wagging fucking like, was it? That's Rain.
I would love to see like a panoramic version of that fight scene, like that, just flying around, just sword fighting.
Sword fighting in the middle of the air. And then again, earlier with Jack Burton, when he's inside the warehouse, he tries to take the knife out of the boot, and Wang's beating the shit everyone, and the fucking boot knife goes flying behind some shelves, and he comes back. And everyone's fucked up.
Time to go.
It's like, oh, okay. It's just those little things that make this movie even better than like what it is. That has to be what the audience loved, because that's what like we loved that. And
but there's so many small scenes like that you don't even see until you see it for like the 50th time.
Oh yeah, without a doubt.
Yeah, like again, you said like the guns, they're training the guns and shit. And the guys,
like we've all said we've grown up watching this movie, so like I can't even tell you how many times I've seen this movie. Like so, like you notice all those little things.
Like I watched it 2 days ago, and I was watching it again this morning, and then Katie came out and she's like, "You're watching this again?" She's like, "I'm like, do you have to refresh on anything?" I'm like, "No, I could literally play this movie in my head from start to finish and recite every line."
You know what good old Jack Burton says? Yeah. So come on, I said. So now let's move on to the movie awards best quote. I'm throwing out there, as I said before, which was muted. You know what old Jack Burton always says at a time like this? I love that quote. We say it a lot. Shane, what you got? I know you got
Mine
something different, but
again was it's all in the reflexes. He uses that throughout the entire movie, and I feel like that's something that we repeated so many times in like memes and texts and
beer pong playing.
Yeah,
the beer fest stuff.
And nobody really gets it because I don't know if they've even seen this movie, but people have seen it. Like,
oh yeah, they know. Like,
they know.
Those 2 quotes are like are the 2 ones that like I was like I'm happy with either one. But if like people who have seen this movie, they know exactly what you're talking about. And they're like, yes, Jack Burton.
I was reading my quotes and I forgot this. It's like another like subtle part when they're in the sewer and they're all coming out of the sewer line.
Yeah.
And Jack's last. And he's just like, everybody relax, I'm here. It's just like stupid little quotes like that. It's just so funny. It's just a stupid part, but subtle little parts, and his delivery is just so spot on.
Yeah, it can't get any better than as Jack Burton and with his quotes. I think I want to start bringing in. Oh, before that, we can't go wrong with either one. So they're both great. Anything going on there, and I say you can't go wrong with them. And I want to bring in more David Lopan quotes. So I'm gonna try to incorporate that to my everyday speech.
Indeed.
I say indeed a lot, so how much that goes. And
You can't just say indeed though. You gotta say it.
Yeah,
like
indeed.
High pitched old man voice.
Indeed. Shut up, Mr. Burton. So
Which Lopan? A little old basket case on wheels or the 10-foot roadblock?
that
was another Jack Burton quote.
Yeah. He's only 7 foot. So
The guy ran straight through.
yeah. So moving on. Best scene. I love the elevator scene. I don't know why, but I crack up every time. You're like, this is great. They're gonna drink that stupid juice, and you'll be like, man. Everyone's looking at you. Even they like that.
I love the Asians behind
Yes,
them. They're hitting each other.
Yeah,
like,
like-
look at these fucking idiots.
It's nothing. It's water.
Yeah, it's a smoky water. It's a mind over muscle, whatever they say.
Which it probably is, just fucking
probably, yeah.
water.
Yeah.
What is it, egg?
Yeah,
I
that
got
part is just
Yeah,
great.
just because of their reactions, and then just like everyone just got like the whole thing. They got this sense of like invincibility, and they're just like
feel kind of invincible.
they're just looking at each other, just like, yeah, I got this.
Yeah.
And like Shane's saying, like the guys behind him were just like.
Stupid round eye.
I'll use my credit card. So yeah, exactly. Like I love it. So, you guys, anything else you want to throw different?
That or when you meet Jack Burton. Those are my two scenes.
Like the introduction
Yeah.
to Jack Burton in the
When
truck.
he's just in the truck.
Yeah, like the second scene, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the first
The
First scene is
Shen. Yeah.
Egg Shen talking about with the lightning in his hands. Shane, what do you got? Something you want to throw a different?
No,
area?
I'm in total agreement with you on that one. That's just, it's such a small scene, but it's so funny. Like they don't like say anything hilarious, but it's just such a classic scene. They're just so high on themselves with the drinking the water, and the Asians behind them are just laughing at them because they're so stupid.
And everyone just saluting each other.
Yeah,
Yes. That's great. Okay, so moving on.
you got to put a picture of that on the.
Yes,
So they know what the hell we're doing right now.
Everyone's like, "What the fuck is that?" I'm sorry, we're too poor to have video. Eventually, one day we'll have to like redo these podcasts.
I think there's an emoji that does that.
Yeah, probably. We'll put that up
Yeah,
there.
oh, there's one. There's definitely a GIF that does it. Like the guys just send it.
Okay, so best scene, we got that. Now, best character, Randy Watson.
It's gotta be Jack Burton.
Jack Burton, hands down, he's the best character. But if I want to go with someone's,
Let me.
go ahead.
I'm gonna take a guess on Jay's favorite character. Was it the floating head? No. I know Jay likes to think outside the box.
Honestly, it wasn't it. I was thinking about like this stupid fucking head. I don't know. Every time I see him, I fucking laugh. I'm like, here's a tongue for an eye for
An eye for a tongue, yeah.
And his eyes are antlers.
He licks
and,
his
like, all
eyeballs
that.
with
I'm
his
just-
eyeball. Like,
I'm like, this fucking thing. I did fucking laugh. I'm like, God, this thing's so stupid.
this is head.
Yeah. Like they said, like it's his eyes and ears or something like that. I'm like, what the fuck is it listening with? No, honestly, you know me well. I was contemplating like this motherfucking thing should probably be in for some reason. It needs something, but maybe I couldn't think of.
That's The Rock.
Yeah,
That was gonna be my like the Rock's head just floating around,
It's given to the people's eyebrow.
or put the Rock in the blanket suit.
okay. Anything else, Brian? You want to do something different? I might just have to go with that now.
Well, I mean, for best character, it's got to be Jack Burton. If there's a second one, it's Lopan,
Yeah,
and that's it.
That was probably much. I was gonna go with Lopan. The ranking was obviously Jack Burton. Then after that, I thought who could be next. I'm like fucking Lopan was so
Lopan,
good.
then Egg Shen.
And then yeah, exactly. I was gonna go. Number 3 was Egg Shen. Probably number 4 is now gonna be the fucking floating eye head thing. And that's it.
Or I had the Three Storms too, because they do some good shit in it.
Yeah, as long as they're a duo.
Wang doesn't say anything, but he's a badass.
Yeah.
So like, I feel like you got to put him in there. But like,
Yeah,
he doesn't say anything. He just beats people up.
yeah, he's a fucking badass in the movie.
Yeah, he's trying to get his fiance back. So, all right, so we got that. So now moving on to Adrian Balboa, worst character. Hear me out. I know the Storms were good. I put Thunder because his death I don't understand it.
It makes no sense.
That's what
whatsoever.
pisses me off. That is why it just pissed me off because of that.
Why does he blow himself up? I don't get
Lopan
it.
gets dead. Instead of getting revenge, he's gonna shower everyone with whatever he ate the last hour. I don't fucking understand
Which
it.
is obviously cabbage and watermelon. It's not a cabbage and watermelon diet.
Is that how you become that fucking like fat thick and have superpowers and shit?
I don't think he's gonna stop. That was probably Wang's best line.
There you go. There's a Wang quote right there. Oh my god. So I don't know. That pissed me off. Probably the fact that
He's also annoying because he's always like, just screaming
He
all the
just
time.
screams
Like,
the whole time.
yes, that too as well. So anyway,
I can help.
I can help you.
anyone want to throw something else different out there?
I had Gracie Law's stupid reporter friend, Margot
Margot.
Littenberger.
Yes, I was
She's
gonna throw
fucking
her.
annoying, and I hate her.
Yeah, she didn't even need to be in the movie. Like it was just
Like, she dogs Eddie. She's like, Eddie, but he's... And at the end of the movie, like, well, maybe you can come over and help me make a title. Like, fuck you, bitch.
come over and make a baby.
Put a little fucking Asian baby in you.
Yeah, I was very happy when she got captured and shit like that. So
Oh,
like,
yeah, I
good.
was kind of hoping they would sacrifice her.
yeah. Chop her head off or anything. Well, see you later, friend. Okay, Brian, what do you think? She
I'll
sucked.
probably have to go with Margot. Can't really say anybody else. Like, I mean,
No, everyone else is
Mal Yin
good.
didn't even say anything, but she did better than Margot.
Yeah, and she was hot, too.
Yes, yeah, those green eyes. So yeah, I guess we'll give it to Margot, and then the death of Thunder.
But yeah, it just makes no sense.
It's just upsetting. He should have gone out a better way. Just the fact that blows him up with watermelon and cabbage everywhere. Okay, I'm so confused. But you know what? It works with the movies for some reason.
I would have loved to seen the... Like, all right, standing down the hallway with the camera and then throw a bucket full of cabbage and watermelon in the hallway. That's
It's
him.
like, what else we got on the craft food table that's left over?
Somebody take a shit in this bucket. Let's just throw it in there.
Yeah, not blood, anything else. Fucking watermelon cabbage. Is that a whole chicken?
Throw it in there.
Like fucking Serranos over here? Anyway.
But even like Lightning's death was pretty weak. They just throw
Yeah,
the big
Eggshine put a
giant
big
stone-
statue on him. Like, the
Yeah.
guy survives bullets to him, but
Yeah.
a big statue falling on his head, he's dead.
Yeah, he couldn't blow that up with his lightning.
I mean, I could see Wayne fucked up.
yeah,
Rain.
he hit him with the sword.
Yeah, that was a good death. He deserved to die like that. But the other two,
Yeah, they had
Let's just-
not honorable deaths.
I mean, at least Lightning, he got killed. Thunder just killed himself for no fucking reason.
Yeah. Fucking
Who's upset?
he suicide bombed, but
Yeah.
like
Himself.
ninja fruited it. So I fucking it's so good. I still don't understand. I'm gonna be thinking about this for a while now. I'm gonna we have to look this up.
This morning, I'm like, what the fuck did he just blow himself up? I still can't get it.
Yeah.
I'm looking up on the internet. I'm like, why did Thunder kill himself?
Yeah, 'cause
I
like-
can't find it.
Because you're so angry, like his master got killed, and so he decides to blow himself up. But not. There's no explosion except for like fucking fruit.
Like, let me just make myself really fat.
At
and then-
first, I thought his name was Wind. So then I was like, oh, maybe he's just holding his breath and just like
And push it out like
and then,
Superman or something
So I
like
was
that.
like, oh, all right, well then maybe that makes a little more
His
sense.
ultimate move.
Yeah, like it was just like, all right, I'm just gonna like,
just
blow out,
expel
yeah.
air
Yeah.
and
but
Cabbage?
but his name's not Wind, and I was
Yeah.
like, it made sense if it was that, but it was like, Thunder.
like Thunder rumbles. Where does
Yeah.
I
It
don't
didn't
get
make
it.
sense. I was like, I don't know what's
No.
going on here.
That's something.
was
Like, if
looking
they're,
for-
if they're supposed to kill themselves after Lopan dies, then why doesn't Lightning kill himself?
Yeah,
That's-
he's trying to get revenge.
He's going after it, and Thunder's like, fuck it, I'm just gonna blow up. I don't know.
Yeah. Maybe it's acid, cabbage, and watermelon. Acid, fucking vegetables and fruit.
Acid beer.
Bro, that'd be me. Anyway, moving on. Behind the scenes of BTS. So, in June 2015, The Wrap reported that Dwayne Johnson was developing a remake to star as Jack Burton and produce with his $7 production film studio. Ashley Miller and Zach Stentz were hired screenwriters. In an interview with Entertainment Weekly, Johnson expressed interest in having Carpenter involved in the film. Carpenter responded stating, "It's very early in the process. I haven't spoken to Dwayne Johnson about any of this. I'm ambivalent about a remake."
Ambivalent.
Ambivalent. What? Fuck it. I can't say it. By August 27, 2018, $7 Productions president Hiram Garcia clarified that the film will be a sequel and a continuation of the previous film. The creative minds behind the new film acknowledged that they have no intention of replacing Kurt Russell by recasting Johnson as Jack Burton, but will make a follow-up movie to the original. So, I like this.
You're on board with this?
I am on board. I don't think it's not going to get done. It's already 2021. So
That was 2018, the last
This
interview?
was 2018.
I don't know. He books all his stuff out so far. In
He
advance,
does.
So it's like,
So I haven't heard. There's nothing been on about
listen,
this. So.
I could possibly on board with it because of the way they did the Jumanji remake, without going into the first one. Like,
I think it'll just be a stupid special effect disaster. Like, they'll just try to make it too much. Like, there wasn't really a lot of special effects besides a bunch of lightning and swordplay, and
you can do some stuff now.
I just think they'll go way over the top with it. They'll try to make. I mean, if they're not going to replace Kurt Russell, I think they'll just try to do too much with him. I don't like it. That's my thoughts. I'm sticking to it.
Yeah,
Can't sell me on the rock.
yeah. I would have to like see a trailer or something like that just to see, like what they were trying to do.
So they have to make the movie, put a trailer out
No,
for
but
you
I'm
to
just
jump on
like-
board with
Yeah.
yes or no.
Like,
I need more.
You can't have a thought before the movie gets made.
Judging on what he did with Jumanji, like how the first one was, like it was like they did a complete different like spin
movie?
on it. Jumanji,
Jumanji?
yeah,
Jumanji.
Jumanji, whatever.
Come on, bro.
Dad, help me out. I know what to do. Jumanji.
Yeah, so how they redid that,
Homer Simpson.
I was like, there's a chance that it could be okay,
There's a chance it'll be bad.
There is a chance.
So
You know what? We're
saying
going to have to wait for the trailer to come out to see it.
Yeah.
So I think it would do well. I'm on board.
Well, definitely,
But it's
do
not
well,
gonna
'cause
happen.
He sells.
Yeah, he
movies,
sells,
right?
but I feel like that's the ice machine. Is that an ice machine? There's no ice machine in there. Lopan?
Ghost of David Lopan.
He doesn't want it done.
He's upset.
As long as they cast the same guy as Lopan. Is he dead?
I don't think so.
No.
I think he's still making movies.
He should be back as Lopan. That's all that matters. He wasn't he?
He was just in something, I feel
He
like.
was in Kung Fu Panda, I think. I think he was the.
Yeah, he's the father.
He's the father of the fucking. What is he? like a
Jack Black.
goose? Yeah. Yeah, that's him. Oh yes, please bring him back as Lopan. Awesome. So anyway, moving on. So they published a tie-in video game in 1986. A comic book series was created in 2015. Fucking Funko Pop made vinyl figures in 2015.
Did they really?
Yes, a board game in 2016 and a card game also in 2016. What? So that's cult classic.
That's how much of a cult
right
classic this
there.
movie is, yeah.
30 years later.
Yeah,
Damn.
it's
And they're just making that shit.
yeah. Okay,
I
and
wonder what
another
that
one-
board was a board game you said?
a board game and a card game. It's
What's the board game about?
It's probably falls along the line. It's 1 to 4 players. We can probably play now if we find it. So anyway, next one. Jackie Chan was Carpenter's first choice to play Wang Chi, but producer Lawrence Gordon was highly against it, fearing Chan's English wasn't good enough after seeing his performance in Battle Creek Ball and The Protector, but Carpenter wanted Chan after success of Police Story in 1985. But
Yeah, because during all that time, Jackie Chan was making those movies all like ad-libbed and all that shit.
yeah, Chan
Like the
declined
bad
and Dennis
Asian
Dunn
movies.
was cast instead. Kurt Russell turned on the lead role of Connor McLeod and Highlander to appear in this film. Both movies were made and released by 20th Century Fox. So that's who. That's right. So he was supposed to be Connor McLeod in fucking Highlander. There can be only one. Who wants to live forever? I think it was Queen that made that song. Actually, I want to say, or no, maybe Freddie Mercury. That did.
Like
we
his
went
solo?
solo. Yeah, it went solo because he did all of Flash.
Dun, 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 dun.
Oh, another
Save the Universe?
fantastic movie. Yeah, Save the Universe. I think he did both. When
That's one was Ted when that came on and he sees Flash.
oh my god. Yeah, and they fucking. Wait a minute. Was he? No,
head's still
Lopan
falling
wasn't
down
that
the
guy, was he?
No.
They look very
was,
similar though. The bad guys though with their
He was a
outfits.
football player, wasn't he?
Oh.
Flash.
Oh, Flash Gordon?
No, I'm not saying Flash. The bad guy.
Oh,
though.
no.
He was
But I
another. He
think-
was an Asian bad guy.
I think the bad guy, not the bad guy.
He looked like Lopan though.
He looked like one of the Wing Kongs fighting in the alley in the first part of the movie.
Death
Okay.
to Ming.
Yes, Ming, that's it. We fucking find him at the park. Anyway, goddamn, we should probably do that movie now. So, next question: Can The Rock make this movie better?
You're not going to finish the BTS?
No, that's it for BTS. I'm not going any further. You guys, anything else? You guys want anything else? I'm not going to bother with them. That's why I thought that was like really good on there for BTS.
What about who to produce? Like Carpenter wanted Kurt Russell, but who do you think the producers wanted? The studio.
Back in the day?
Yeah. Like, there was 2 people that they wanted.
Or like Tom Cruise or something?
I'd say Stallone.
No.
Schwarzenegger?
They're old guys now.
Those are both.
I mean, they're old.
They're
too.
they're older.
Clint Eastwood?
That's one.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm glad it wasn't him.
That would have sucked.
He's not a good actor.
Hands down, it would have sucked because he just does. He's typecast.
Joker.
Roles.
Jack Nicklaus? Wow.
That would have sucked too.
Jack Nicholson.
Wow.
He's not a comedic actor.
No, like he's not going to deliver. He delivers serious lines.
He does. He can't deliver these like fucking sarcastic.
I can't
Neither can
picture
Eastwood.
either one.
Like it'll be a serious movie. It won't be like an action comedy.
But that's Eastwood has that same stupid.
But they
fucking
both.
Face every
I
movie.
don't know if they both turn it down. I think they both turn it down.
Well,
And then
thank goodness
Carpenter's
for
like,
that.
"Fuck yeah!"
Carpenter's like,
Like, I got my guy.
Yeah.
I've only made 4 movies with him already.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very good. Nice.
We were talking about it before you got here. Like, if you could do a recasting for today, like, I'd say Chris Hemsworth as
Jack Burton.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think he pulls that off.
I could see that because he delivers a lot of like those
Funny
lines like
lines.
Thor.
Yeah,
Yes.
Like
yeah.
funny
Yes.
but serious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He can definitely pull that off.
I could just picture him as a truck driver, just fucking in the beginning.
He's gonna have a mullet though.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh my god! Imagine the mullet. That'd be fucking great. Bringing it back. Holy shit! Chris Hemsworth with a mullet.
I could easily see him doing it.
Oh,
Like,
yeah,
all right,
yeah.
I'm in.
Yeah.
Like just take your Thor hair and just put it up a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He did that stupid Ghostbusters remake movie in there. So
Yeah, he'd be like, no, I'm in.
yeah.
He was in that movie.
Yes. He was the
one
best
with the-
part about
the
the
one with the
movie.
girls?
Yes.
Wow.
He was hysterical. That's when you realized like Thor's in this movie. Oh god, let's see what he's gonna do. And he was fucking hysterical. Best part of that movie.
Who was he? Louis Tully.
He was the secretary.
The
Yeah.
Janine?
Janine. He was Janine.
get out of here.
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, so they took the 4 girls.
Yes.
And then made him.
Sorry about the bug eye comment, Janine.
He'll be in my office.
Yeah, because they're all interviewing for. So they're interviewing for a secretary.
Very
And he
handy.
shows up. He's like in a tight, like Hanes white T-shirt with all these muscles.
It's like
and he's
jacked as
And
hell.
they're all like, "You're hired" and stuff like that. So
That's why Egon hired Janine. You want a piece of that?
all right,
Tell
moving
you're
on.
very handy.
So recasting. So let's say we do a recast. So we have Chris Hemsworth as Jack Burton. If we were to make a movie ourselves, who would we go for? Who'd you say again? Was it for Wang
let's do the guy that's coming out.
out for the next Marvel movie?
Yeah.
I think his name is Brian Chi or something like that.
Oh, for Shang.
It's
something?
Shang-Chi, but it's like Brian something or like that.
I never even seen anything.
No,
like
but
that.
I mean, like, I feel like that's...
He's been in like I think 2 other movies, like low key, but he's like they say he's a
So he's a low key Asian guy.
yeah like a very good actor, just like hasn't had many major parts as
I mean, Wang wasn't in anything before this.
No,
I mean, I'm
not
sure he
one
was
bit.
in something, but
Yeah.
nothing.
And then we were thinking going still Marvel was the what's his face
For Egg Shen, you do...
Egg Shen.
The guy who
Doctor
plays...
Strange's guy, the Wong, the fat
Oh,
guy.
fat guy? Yeah, that guy's hilarious.
I feel like he
age him up a little bit.
Yeah.
You know?
Give him a crooked eye.
Yeah.
yes. And
What
if
about
Lo-
Lopan?
yeah, if he's still alive, bring him back.
If you could bring
Just bring him back?
Yeah, just bring him back.
Yeah, I mean, he'd probably just play his aged self in a
Yeah.
wheelchair. Shut up, Mr. Burton.
Shut up, Mr. Barton.
I think that would be fantastic.
They CGI him as younger now instead of older.
yeah. And who would we have for the
The girls?
Like Kim Cattrall. Her role. Gracie Law.
Gracie Law? Margot Robbie?
I can get on board with that.
I'm on board with that. I guess who
We're
would
definitely not saying Scarlett Johansson. That's-
No, I'd say Margot Robbie for Gracie Law, and then for the fiance, was it
Oh, Miao Yin.
Yeah, Miao Yang.
She doesn't even need speaking lines.
It was.
Yes.
What's her face? She's half Asian and half American. She was,
Olivia Munn.
Yes, thank you. I throw her in there. Should
Yeah.
just throw contacts on. She got green eyes.
Yeah.
Perfect.
She doesn't have to speak. She's just there.
Yep. So she'd be perfect for her. And then let's say who else would be next?
Eddie?
Eddie. I can care less about Eddie. Just some
Yeah.
random.
Yeah, no.
He doesn't even need to be there anymore.
Yeah.
Him and Margot or whatever. Fuck
You know
her
what?
name
I would
is.
change Eddie from, and I put that female Asian who's also in Jumanji 2. She's hysterical. And
I put that. Remember? You see not the last Die Hard, but the Die Hard when they take over, like the internet.
yes.
Yeah.
There
I
was
heard
that
of Avengers?
hot
No, no.
Asian
Okay.
chick in that.
The
bad girl.
Maggie Kim.
Is that her name?
Yeah, that's
Yes.
her.
Yeah. She's no. I would change Eddie to a female, and I would put that female Asian comedic actor.
Yeah. I know
She's
what
she's
you're
she's
talking
good. She was in Jumanji 2, the next level, the
She has
latest
her own
one.
like TV show.
She does. Was she on? Is she on like Fresh Off the Boat with what's his face? I never seen any of them, but she's good.
Yeah.
She was also in the movie Crazy Rich Asians. I watched that one, which was not bad. The wife
I
made me
think
watch
she's
it.
in Neighbors too.
Maybe whatever. She's funny. So you need I think she would be way better than Eddie. Just give her some more lines and she can deliver on that one.
You can cut the Margot Littenberger.
Yeah.
Just cut her character right out. You don't
Yeah,
even
we
need her.
don't need her. She's worthless. You can make her the double agent as like the double person as like the reporter and something Eddie the reporter.
Eddie, yeah.
What did he
He can.
do?
Yeah, he can. Or
Was
she,
he a lawyer
She could be.
or something like that?
No, he was.
He does.
He was a concierge or whatever. He was like a.
Oh yes.
He worked at the restaurant.
Yes,
Like,
okay.
He wasn't anything. He was like the.
Oh, he was the host.
Yeah, probably. Basically.
Yeah, he said something like that.
Yeah.
And then who would we get for thunder, rain, and lightning?
Oh man.
That'd be pretty tough. I would say we can maybe I don't know Jackie Chan,
Jet Li and somebody else.
Jet Li, and Tony Jaa. You know who that guy is?
No.
Oh man, did you ever see the movie The Protector? He's he does what's the god damn it, I'm losing my mind here. Elbows and knees, Muay Thai. He's remember that movie back in the day, The Protector, where he's just like, oh my Christ, you have to watch the movie. It's an Indian film. He does Muay Thai and just beats the fucking living shit out of people. He just I'll pull up a YouTube clip later.
Well,
You probably remember what it is.
if you don't get him, then get Tong Po.
No, he would be Thunder though. It's on.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh no, who was the guy in Bloodsport? Is that Tong Po? What's the
No,
other one?
that's
No, that guy.
Chong Li.
Chung Li.
Yeah,
But
he
I
would
don't
be
know his real
Thunder.
name. Yeah.
because he's big enough to be that guy. And what do you think?
He's got to be in his 70s now.
Fuck, he's still probably
Sorry,
big.
we'll age him down.
Yeah, yeah. They aged Mark Hamill down for fucking Mandalorian. We can age him down. So anyway, we got a cast. We got this. I don't know who else to put in there. What else would be good? I think that's it. That's all I really
We
need.
just got to reach out to John Carpenter.
Yeah, John. He's probably in. We can show him an idea. Stuff
Yeah, we
like
got
that.
better ideas, buddy.
I like your cast. Let's do this.
Sounds very good. So, all right. So, I'm moving on. Let's finish this up. So, should there be a sequel franchise TV series? I honestly, I think not. Though I'm intrigued about this Rock thing. I don't think it's ever going to happen. I love our remake. So, if we go that way, yes. Other than that, no. I loved it. It's like a one and done film. I can't go.
I don't know how you
The
can
next
make
one,
a sequel.
yeah,
Yeah,
can't make it any
Pan's
better.
dead. Like,
There's no sequel. There's no series. It's,
Nothing.
It's a
Yeah.
perfect movie.
I do want
Done.
more Jack Burton, but I don't think. What else he can be put in?
Like you can't make a Jack Burton movie. It's just not gonna.
on his, yeah.
Like he can carry the movie, but he needs that everything else.
Unless he
Yeah,
goes-
they'll just make him. They'll make it too much. They'll
Yeah.
go over the top with it. Then they'll kill the character. This is perfect the way it is.
exactly. All right. Final thoughts, Brian.
Listen, this is still one of an all-time favorite for me. Like we've grown up watching this movie for 30 years now, so it's just every time it's on, I'm gonna watch it. Like we said, Jack Burton has one of the greatest character entrances that we've ever seen, or that we've definitely done on this podcast. And it's just at this point, it's so corny, but it's so great because it's that corny. Because it's like, it can't be like how it's done in the 80s compared to now. You're just like, this is good. Like it's like a masterpiece of its time with being that corny. Like I don't.
It's not huge over the top corny, but it's corny and
Yeah.
but in a good way. And everything that they do.
I think it's only corny because of it now. Like we look at it now, and just like how movies are made now, and it's just like at the special effects and all that sort of stuff. You know, even though, like you said, there's not a ton of special effects in this movie, but it's just like you could just see like stuff could be done differently.
You hold your tongue.
Like the fight scene between Wang and Rain.
Shut up, Mr. Bryan. It was done perfect.
Indeed.
Shane, what you got? What do you think?
I mean, I'm on board with Brian. It's the dialogue is amazing. Kurt Russell's delivery on everything, even Lil Pan's delivery. And we keep saying it's a cult classic, but when we saw this as kids, I mean, I'm sure you guys are the same way. You saw it. We didn't see it in the theaters. We saw it as kids on VHS, and it was fucking amazing. So it wasn't a cult classic to us. It was the first time we saw it, and it was amazing to us. Other people are still getting on board with this, Big Trouble in Little China train. Yeah. It's still fucking out there and still fucking amazing.
You mean they're getting on the Pork Chop Express?
That's right. That's exactly. Jump on my fantasy team. Take it to the championships.
Everything they've said. Great movie. Our childhood was based on this movie, and it still continued going on.
We literally, even at the bar, we'll just every once in a while throw the sign up there.
We're like, what the fuck is wrong
with
with
these losers
people?
doing? Is that gang symbols?
Yeah, is that gang symbols? Does that one have no fingers over there?
Yeah, it's the Wing Kong.
Every now and then, I got a magic crystal ready to fight. Of these magic warriors popping out.
But a guy with long fingernails.
Yeah, so I grow my fingernails. I might have to do it or anything like that.
Oh, so
So,
good.
looking for a green-eyed
So
woman,
good.
but it's very tough around nowadays to find
It is.
as well.
Olivia Munn's out there.
Yeah. Okay, and so that's it for this episode, and we're gonna move on to the next episode. Honestly, we have not prepared for the next episode. No idea what's going on. Maybe Nick might be in the next one. Might get some ideas. We might take some more time. Nick's gone on vacation. I know that he needs it. I'm going in right after him, so we might be like September. Might be the next episode. Maybe we can record something next week. I don't know.
Are you on vacation too?
So Brian
You never
might be.
know.
I don't know.
You never know.
Brian's up in the air of what's going on. So we're going to leave you hanging on the next episode. We apologize, but we'll probably bring it in really good. Once September starts up, we should be good. Getting our schedules a little bit down pat. I don't know. So we'll find out
Are always
then.
staring at me.
And that's what we got for it. So if you want to be part of the Reels, Booze, and Bros experience, aka RB2 podcast, check us out on our website, reelsboozebros.com. And that's it for us, ladies and gentlemen. Cheers.
Cheers with Smoogie.
Smoothie Colada. All right, last beer, Smoothie Colada. Fantastic. I give this a 4. Feels a lot better. It's actually smoothing down my acid reflux. So I'm going to drink another beer.
Poops are going to be nice too. Like acidy, thick
It's going to be
smoothies.
Like the smoothies.
Mr. Lover.